Hello Taurus, welcome to my channel. My name is Adriana and I'm going to be giving you a reading for January. I have already pulled cards because it takes me kind of a while to pull them. I usually feel over the cards and it takes me a little bit to figure out which feeling is the correct one, but recently I have been trying more to get cards to jump out, and funny enough, your cards really seem to jump out. Some of them didn't because like these larger ones tend to stick together, but your tarot cards definitely all jumped out, and normally they come out a little bit and I catch it in my hand, but these fell all the way on the floor, so they definitely hold meaning for you. And I have also looked into your horoscope for the month, and your horoscope really aligns with what I pulled. Basically, your month is about focusing on what it is that you love. So it's about finding joy and happiness in your daily life. So I think I'm actually going to go to your tarot cards last. I already did one of these readings and I did the tarot cards first, but I think this might make a little more sense. So I pulled CBT cards, which basically are thought exercises that you can use in therapy, but I thought that it would help to just pull out and say what area of your mind you should shift for the month. And your results were make space to work and an uplifting relationship. So for the first one, the card says that you need to declutter your workspace so that you can focus. But what I am taking away from that is that you need to declutter your life. You need to only surround yourself with what actually makes you happy. So if something doesn't make you happy, you don't need to be surrounded by it. Allow yourself to let go of more things and to stop doing things out of obligation. You need to stop thinking that you are obligated to do things, and to remember that you are not alone. So with the uplifting relationship, you need to reach out to others more often and allow them to help bring back up your spirit when you aren't feeling that joy and happiness. And I pulled a card for what your lesson is for the month, from the from the Soul Lessons and Soul Purpose Oracle cards by Sonia Choquette. And your card is Do What You Love. So yes, focus on bringing more love, happiness, and joy into your life. So for this month, you should focus all of your energy basically on figuring out what it is that brings those feelings into your life. And this can be in any area. So your relationship, your work, your hobbies, where you live. Just focus on if something makes you happy or not. Maybe you are called to be a bit more minimalistic. Maybe you need to declutter your home. Maybe you need to reduce what you spend your money on. Perhaps you need to cut some people out of your lives. This year is meant for a lot of change, and so I think all of us are really being asked to reevaluate what it is that we are doing and surrounding ourselves with. But for you, for this month, I'm really just getting that it's about focusing only on the love. But yeah, I mean, you need to focus on it and think about it, but I'm just getting surrounding yourself with it. So surrounding yourself with a loving environment, and loving relationships, and allowing yourself to get that back in return from the relationships, allowing yourself to open up and let others know when you aren't in that good place, so that they can help you come back to balance in that place. And that goes with the other cards that I pulled, which I was pulling one and ended up getting two for you for the Soul's Journey Lessons cards by James Van Praagh. And this was what you need to focus on. And you got honesty, which says, I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. So allowing yourself to open up, to tell the truth. If someone asks you if you're doing okay, let them know. Let them know what's going on with you. Because they might be able to offer you more than you realize. And your other card is loneliness, which says, I know that I am never alone. So allowing people to help you more. And if you don't have those people, recognizing that you have a energetic support team. You have other people out there, even if you can't see them. So go inward and see if there are those that you can connect to. Maybe there are angels that resonate with you, or if you consider yourself a star seed, perhaps go and do a meditation to help you connect with your star lineage, to do a maybe past life regression and connect to relationships that you've had in the past, or in a joint life. Explore it there, but find some way that you can surround yourself with others, with support. Go online if you need to, join like a spiritual community or something, and truly allow yourself to be authentic and your real self if you're going to do that, so that you can make a real connection and have someone actually help you from a open and honest place. And I realized I did not actually pull your last card. Okay, so the last card that I'm going to pull for you is what you need to let go in January. And this is from the Spirit Messages Daily Guidance Oracle Deck by John Holland. Okay, and of course the stick. Again, though, you got a card coming out right away. This is really funny. When I do that for myself, it takes forever. Okay, so you got hope. Your loved ones in the spirit world know when to reach out if they see you're at a low point. Whether you're caught up in a difficult situation or struggling with someone specific in your life, there's always hope. All right, so yes, I'm getting that you need to let go of trying to do things by yourself. You need to let go of your lower feelings that are pulling you down. So it even says it says spirit world, but that's what I'm talking about, your spiritual support team. Reach out and let go of your isolation and trying to go through everything yourself. So then for your tarot cards, I pulled the Devil, which really what I'm getting from that is, well, at first I didn't really know how to take that, but looking into your horoscope, it was talking about doing things out of obligations, doing things that you don't enjoy. And so that's basically from other people. And so you may view the world or certain people as, the devil, as putting obligations on you, expectations, and recognize that you don't have to follow through that. You don't have to be shackled to any situation. You don't have to feel that you are being manipulated or anything like that. Separate yourself from the situation in any way that you have to. And even if that brings up fear for you, because that could potentially bring up a lot of fear, recognize that your happiness is worth more than anything that these obligations are going to bring you. You may be in a job that is giving you good pay, and if you leave, you don't know how you're going to pay your bills. Well, if it's not making you happy, what is it serving you? You need to recognize that your happiness is the highest thing that you can achieve. Even if you have to live in a lesser state, if you're happy, then that is worth it. Think about what the worst thing that can happen to you is, and think about where your happiness would come from in that situation. So if you lost your job, where would that put you? Where would you find happiness, and are there ways that you could still find an alternative, something that would make you more happy? Start pursuing that. Put all of your efforts into creating a life that you really do enjoy. And put those negative thoughts, lower thoughts coming into your mind out, and talk to someone about them if you need to. And so your second card is the Lovers, which has to do with relationships, as I've been talking about, but I really think it is about becoming lovers with your life, with where you put your energy, and your environment. Becoming in love with that. Recognizing that you are basically in a marriage with the attachments that you put into your life. So you are creating an attachment to the house that you live in, your job, what you spend your time on, and it is time to consider if you want to be in that marriage or not. And your last card was the Two of Wands, which is a little hard to interpret from this deck. Actually, I might pull this from a different deck just so I can see how the picture compares. Because this one looks pretty not positive. But your horoscope also mentioned about manifesting, that it is a good time to be manifesting. And so I'm wondering if it has to do with changing. So recognizing the poor conditions that you have in your life right now, and realizing that you can change it. There is a globe on the table. So recognizing that there is a whole world out there. You are not stuck in the situation that you're in right now. You can bring a sunnier blue sky into your life than the dark clouds that are potentially surrounding pieces of refinement, of things that yes, okay. So you, but the guy in the picture, which would be you, is wearing finery, but, okay. So it's a little like fool's gold. You you may look like you're happy. It may look like you have everything in your life, but recognizing that really there is a storm around. There are dark clouds, and that those things might not make you happy. Maybe you were not happy wearing the regal cape. Maybe you would be happier wearing sweatpants and a t-shirt. I don't know what Steve is an example. And so pulling another version of this card, doesn't really help more, but there is a ship in the distance. And so maybe just realizing that you don't have to be stuck here. You can leave, you can go somewhere else, you can go to this ship. And there's a cat in this one, which I'm seeing also as a representation again of help. But this is more of a spiritual help. Realizing that you can have guidance from the the spirit realm, that you can ask if you don't know what direction to go. But letting your joy and your passion be your main guide. Our spirit guides are always there when we need them, but you have to ask. They're not going to take the lead because you are the lead of your own ship. You are allowed to make your own decisions, and that's what life is about. It's about figuring out where you want to go and what you want out of it. So you can ask for guidance, but try to figure it out yourself if you can. But don't be afraid to reach out where you need the extra help. And then lastly, I also pulled a rune card, and I don't know how to pronounce runes, so forgive me for the pronunciation. But you got Ewats, which means teamwork, trust, harmony, marriage, and loyalty. So again, it's your relationships, but also your relationship with your environment. That you need to focus on teamwork, with collaborating with other people, allowing yourself to trust people with your truth and with your situation and problems, creating harmony in your environment, becoming married to that, recognizing the level of attachment that you really do have with the environment around you and what is in that. And so with that is the end of your reading for January, Taurus. I hope to see you in February.